here's the thing about Disney. Disney has a vast library that contains at least about 100 or so just amazing movies. Just absolute classics of cinema. And thousands of titles of just garbage. And Disney Plus contains all of it.
The smart house becomes the mother of the family, and then takes it way too far.
This is Kubrickian.
Directed by LeVar Burton.
Directed by
LeVar Burton. Can't be easy to look at a camera through that visor.
Man, the Beatles have been part of this whole zeitgeist for years, so I want to see Meet the Beatles and learn all about Paul and John and Ringo. I'm excited.
You want to listen to the album Meet the Beatles? Because
isn't that what we're doing here?
No,
doesn't Disney own all of the Beatles music too? Aren't they part of?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, what are we watching?
We're watching Meet the Deedles.
Is they're just going to give a bunch of jazz instruments to the feral cats and let them do all the music in New Orleans Square?
Okay, so you know when you're on the 210 freeway, and
yeah, I'm following you.
You're stuck in traffic because there's an accident far away.
Okay,
and nobody needs to stop and look at the accident, but every single person on the freeway looks at the accident.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Well, that's nothing like how a storyboard works.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Anyways, it started off like this. It was dark.
It was Doc?
Dark.
It was Doc Brown?
D-A-R-K.
Oh, dark. Okay.
Thank you.
I was walking down the street. I saw this hot dog stand, and I really wanted a hot dog. So I went up and I said I'd like a hot dog. And the hot dog stand employee said, "Not with that deep voice, you 12-year-old freak." And I said, "Screw you." And then I slapped him. And that's how I ended up in juvie.
I could see Eeyore blowing his brains out.
I can't hold a gun.
Traveling through the streets of New York, just trying to find another living soul, because everything is dead and I don't care.
This was his last theatrical movie. He did 2 other direct-to-video movies after this, which were Pooh's Halloween Heffalump movie and Kronk's New Groove.
Of course.
Children's play area. It's Gort's area of socks. Whoever finds the matching sock gets a prize of some sort.
A future layover for the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Only toward the end of the ride, before you hit the aquarium, you get an entire whale's worth of seaweed and flyers dumped on you. And instead of the Pixar Finding Nemo characters projected into the aquarium, it's the one kid following you weirdly on the track.
Not even a scuba head. He's just drowning.
It is unanimous. This movie is a Disney minus. I am your host, Tony Goldmark.
You may know me as Doggins, but you also probably just don't know me.
My heart's telling me minus all the way.
You can usually find me on Twitter arguing with idiots about Star Wars.
I am so psyched for Disney Plus to be part of this podcast. Yeah!
Thanks for remembering me from Season 1, Episode 13 of Amphibia.
What's the matter, Snowflake? Do you need a safe space?
You guys know something. I'm not really Santa.
I've actually been super busy, in a good way.
I was already employed by Toys R Us, which is already an antiquated statement.
Someone concentrated the John Cleese juice. Yes. And shot the poor voice actor in the ass with it. A cosplayer who would gate crash an Avengers photo op meetup dressed as Quail Man would be a goddamn hero.
Hey guys, I'm Quail Man. I'm part of the family too.
Oh, it's been all sunshine and happiness, and now there will be a tonal shift to the dark times of the studio. And they were just like, well, and Hitler was around at the time, and anyway, we were making the Jungle Book, and you're like, okay, it didn't matter.
Look, Teddy, this movie ain't gonna sell unless we put a Hitler in it.
They're going to add an attraction called Angola Road. It's just Autopia with landmines.
I I just wanted them once to go rogue and start singing, Walt name names, yeah, Walt name names, yeah, Walt Disney name names.
It sounded like a sad clown was put into a room full of instruments and said, make whatever you want, buddy.
They'll do a seasonal promotion where they attach the giant inflatable blob thing to the base of the drop on Splash Mountain, and as the logs crash into it, other logs get launched into the rivers of America.
They're going to close down the Pirates of the Caribbean. Instead of talking about the legend of Jack Sparrow, they're going to talk about the legend of Håkon, the wonderful pirate Norwegian boy.
Look, I didn't used to believe in a wish and a star, but let me tell you what changed my mind. You see, I'm not just the CEO of Star Wishin', I'm also a member.
Ask your doctor if Star Wishin' is right for you.
Star Wishin' for when you don't have a prayer.
Your podcast is canceled.
I know.
I am your host, Tony Goldmark.
You may know me as Doggins, but you also probably just don't know me.
So you may notice I did not have a show of my own.
Well, hi. You can usually find me on Twitter arguing with idiots about Star Wars.
Well, hello there.
Hey, how y'all doing?
You can hear me, but you cannot see me.
Hey, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's me.
I was already employed by Toys R Us, which is already an antiquated statement.
Hang on. It's rude to interrupt the podcast like this, but okay.
Ah, hello there.
Gunther?
Yeah, in 3D. Okay, so you know when you're on the 210 freeway,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah, I'm following you.
You're stuck in traffic because there's an accident far away.
Okay.
And nobody needs to stop and look at the accident, but every single person on the freeway looks at the accident.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Well, that's nothing like how a storyboard works.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Anyways, it started off like this. It was dark.
It was Doc?
Dark.
It was Doc Brown?
D-A-R-K.
Oh, dark. Okay.
Thank you.
Do you feel like each part of you, as it's being drawn, like the head's drawn first, you just feel that, and then if a leg's drawn, you start to feel that as well?
What do you mean drawn?
Well, drawn. You're drawn on a piece of paper, and then
Did
you're...
you miss the part where I said in 3D?
Well, sure, but you're a cartoon character in real life.
Well, what's
but...
a cartoon character?
You told us you were storyboarded.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes ago.
Isn't that what conception is called? Here's my daily routine. I wake up.
I'm pretty sure everyone's daily routines begins with waking up.
And then I go back to bed.
How many times have you relived this one day over and over again now?
Well, a better question would be how many times have you lived this one day over and over now? And in the credits of this episode, it says I was voiced by somebody named Chris Sullivan.
Oh, from This Is Us?
Yeah.
But my question is, I'm voiced by myself.
Which is Chris Sullivan.
So your real name is Chris Sullivan?
No. My real name is Gunther.
What's your last name, by the way?
Sir.
Yeah, let's pass Gunther around, guys. Let's give him a lick.
None for me. I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Well, Matt, you want to take the first hit?
I would love to.
All right. All right, well, don't Bogart the Gunther, man.
That tickled.
Wow. Oh, that's some good shit.
I'd just like to say to the creators of Amphibia who may be listening, I am a storyboard artist for hire, so please give me a job so that I can escape this existentialist nightmare that I am currently living.
Shut up, Luke.
Have you ever looked up like fan art of yourself on DeviantArt?
Oh, I should. Let me look.
Luke.
Well,
I don't know
there's
about...
a lot of pictures of Anne.
I don't know.
No!
I don't
Don't
know.
look at those pictures. Anne's like 12, I assume.
Thanks for remembering me from Season 1, Episode 13 of Amphibia.
I am your host, Tony Goldmark.
I am so psyched for Disney Plus to be part of this podcast. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Please like my band on Facebook. We're very poor.
to be here. I'll try not to be obnoxious for.
Now, if you're super obnoxious, that one guy will animate you.
Now, humans do this thing they call Blangledats, where they lay on top of each other.
Crab experiments.
Does that mean you, like, record him while he's in the shower, like, secretly, you know, just...
Yeah, pretty...
Him just whistling.
Crab experiments.
Had these giant inflatable Chicken Littles peering over the tops of buildings, horrifying the guests.
So it's like the Minions.
If someone offers you a giant crab, you say no way.
All right, bring me that horizon. Gotta go find the black pearl.
Sir, I couldn't find any crabs for your crab experiments, but I did find this lobster. Be gone with that lobster!
2020 has been a harder year than I expected to do things like this.
Why? What went wrong this year? Is there something wrong about this year? I don't get it.
It'll be the Rocketeer Epic Stunt Spectacular. They will grab the most obnoxious Karen out of the audience, strap them to a rocket, just let them go, and if you survive, you get a gift certificate to Peavy's Icy Stand. Why not?
Are you tired of asking yourself if that obscure show or movie you watched once was a fever dream?
Is it still in your brain to this day as a 3 a.m. channel-changing hallucination? Well, join us as we yank that said memory out of your subconscious while we do a deep dive on it on Channel KRT.
Channel KRT is a new bi-weekly podcast where we look at the best and worst of obscure media.
Join us every other week over at Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, and wherever podcasts can be heard. Channel KRT, cut the static.
Oh, we've been looking all over for you. Thank God we found you. Okay, now for your electroshock therapy. Come on, let's go.
One day, you too will grow hair on your schmeckle.
You'll be able to go and get a pistachio from the food cart, but just as you're about to purchase, a giant animatronic swordfish is going to launch it into the sky.
Do whatever your heart desires. Imagination is limitless. You have worlds to conquer with your creativity. I was just following Evil Juice. Did you say Evil Juice? No, Evil Juice.
Evil Juice, Evil Juice, Evil Juice.
It's showtime.
Disney's Magical Express, where they yeet you off the bus once you get to your resort, and it'll cost about $200 extra.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Are you a fan of Disney parks but are upset you can't go right now? Do you want your own chance to make some magic happen? Do you like art, comedy, and tomfoolish shenaniganery? Then have we got some good news for you. In an effort to help laid-off Disney cast members and similar park employees, At Thanks for Magic is hosting a 36-hour charity live stream. Set your calendars for noon Pacific Standard Time on Saturday, December 5th, so we can all come together and say, thanks for the magic. If you want to help make this happen, follow @ThanksForMagic on Twitter for updates. Together, we can make sure that those who helped us make magic get some magic in return.
And you're clearly planning on squatting here, so we've gone ahead and gotten attached to you. Up yours, you old bastard! I'm still Charlie!
These great legs cannot conform to my muscles.
But you get into a Yugo, and it's run by a guy named Larry at the start, but then halfway through it stops because the Yugo falls apart, and you have to get on a bus.
I'm taking what I would have made off of that tree out of your pay. Micah Hirsch's animation of that incident drew you really inaccurately.
Yeah, he's going to have to change it.
That's kind of how I looked before I Michael Jacksoned myself.
A bear in my backyard right now.
I'm sure you do.
He had a wash pan in one hand and a human life in the other.
Sometimes you're just a cat in a cat carrier, and the cat from outer space gets to drool all over you, and that's your role in the plot.
Country Bear Jamboree already exists in Florida at this moment in time. So you just hover a gigantic anvil over it, and the attraction is to push a button, crush it, and have you say, "Oh no! Country Bear Hall has been crushed!"
Live from Earth, it's National Geographic! It's Earth Live, starring Aardvarks, Bull Shark, and for his 17th season, Kenan Thompson.
Clark, did you hear the news?
Yeah, but I don't see how this whole Disneyland Forward thing is gonna work out.
Not that. Escape from Walt Disney will be covering my movie.
Your movie? Oh, you're being serious.
But you gotta come down to Burbank and watch it in one of our screening rooms And when he did so, there were like armed guards guarding the print of the film.
Just imagining him sitting there animating bubbles going, soon. I don't care. I don't care. The movie didn't get made. I don't care. There was so much drama, and now I am a llama. I don't care.
My ex-wife was a huge Frank Herbert fan, and she made me sit through Dune like 2 or 3 times.
Oh.
You were supposed to be talking about my movie, remember? Now, let's see. How can I take over the podcast and become Empress?
I don't see how those two things are related.
Quiet, I'm thinking. Oh, I know. First, I'll break into the Disney Vault while Tony and the crew are recording. They'll be so enamored by my beauty, they'll make me the new host. Finally, I use my patented easemophone to play a subliminal message that'll have the whole world under my control. Aha! It's brilliant.
I don't think Escape from Walt Disney is actually recorded inside the Disney Vault.
I don't know how else to tell you that you should care about people other than yourself. You know how when you go outside, you see all those lumps of flesh and clothing walking around? Those are called other people.
He's the most triangular character.
Gotcha.
Until Bill Cipher comes along.
Then, just as they're building it, Sting sends a letter saying, please don't build the roller coaster thing. And they realize, oh, that guy's right, and they demolish all the parks.
Meanwhile, at the actual Disney Vault...
Where is everyone?
Told ya.